Hello, welcome to the Africa Briefing podcast, where we discuss everything African.
Hello and welcome. This was the week Nigerians learned that 2 decades of democratic rule have brought scant change. When the ruling elite is threatened, the country's leaders fall back on the tactics used by the military dictators of the 1980s and 1990s, that is, crush the demonstrations. For 2 weeks, thousands of young Nigerians, many born after the return to democracy, have taken to the streets of the country's biggest cities to express their anger about everything from police brutality to corruption. At first, it looked like things might be different this time. President Muhammadu Buhari's government agreed to scrap a hated police unit and apologized to the protesters. Then, on October 20th, a 24-hour curfew was imposed in Lagos, sub-Saharan Africa's most populous city, and soldiers fired on demonstrators when they defied it. Human rights group Amnesty International put the death toll across the country at 56 people. Buhari's attempts to calm the unrest and distance himself from his past have been undermined, as have his campaign pledges to tackle corruption and clean up the security forces. And we mustn't forget that Buhari was a military ruler from 1983 to 1985. The president warned protesters against being, and I quote, used by some subversive elements to cause chaos. In a national address, he added, under no circumstances will this be tolerated. With condemnation echoing across the globe, he may find that he hasn't addressed the central issue, that is real change. The 77-year-old Buhari presides over 200 million people whose average age is 18. Half the population is classified as extremely poor. Ramshackle infrastructure, widespread insecurity, and rampant corruption make daily life for most a struggle. 2020 is a year of rage for young people across the world. The difference in Nigeria is that it is not a government, but a whole system. One takeaway is that a new social contract is being written. Nigerians are creating a new understanding of how leaders and public servants should relate to citizens. Again, the youth are reinventing governance in Nigeria and bringing about a new culture of asserting rights among the citizenry. Politicians and leaders are waking up to a new politically conscious society. And I take the comment from the chairperson of Nigeria's Governors Forum, Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State. He says, there is nothing wrong in what the young people are doing. I think we should encourage them to ask more questions. Various state governments are beginning to see how important it is to have a good relationship with young people. Given the awakening of this new political consciousness, it will not be business as usual for the country's political leaders. And the same applies to political leaders across the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. It is time for them to sit up and take notes. Thank you. For credible source of news, views, comments, and analysis on Africa, please visit www.africabriefing.org. Stay safe and keep hope alive.